Welcome back to Danganronpa2. Let's get going, electric boogaloo away. So we're gonna have 4 of these, right? Because it's gonna be our 4 friends. So, Babyface has to be here. Second one, was that locked before? I don't remember if that was locked before. I love that. Oh. What is happening here? Oh. What is happening? It's an egg? I want to give you something. Okay. Skill. Mel Focus. 200 coins. And a Sentry. Concrete. Aww, she's so sad going away. No, we lost one of our best pets. But that's life. That's life, baby. It's kind of an interesting system. Giving them things. Is there anyone around here? I'm gonna double check. Always double check quick. So the cryo lab away. Roar is the word. Here goes my last bit of water. What the hell is this room? It's freezing cold in here. It's like I'm freezing or something. I can't stand. I'm freezing to death. I should hurry up and investigate. These are the tarps, right? These pest things. Why are they left out here? Cleaning up after themselves. Anything interesting here? I've seen these in movies before, but refrigerators to preserve dead bodies, at least it looks like. But it's not possible, right? The dead bodies, keeping dead bodies in high school. My lab shouldn't still be a joke. It feels forced. The idea should have been canceled in development or something. I'm thinking, I'll take that doll, please. That was a tricky spot there.
I've been found!
2 coins. Nothing compared to a pet. And we go, I guess. It looks like another horror one. Another manga line. Some title is Manga of Morons, the biggest, awfulest in history. I knew this would be the next one. Obviously, this is an incident, the biggest awfulest thing in human history. As the incident started, about on my turn to do something lame. Is that Stein Kids girl there? Flip the page right there. Not quite. Never mind. Definitely has a really older style, like early style, I guess. The story is a creepy, drawn character who is involved in a horrible incident. The incident known as the biggest, most awful, tragic event in human history is drawn a gruesome because the incident itself is crucious. The beginning creepy centered tragedy of what's behind was simply the trigger. At first, the uprising and reserve students triggered the Westview Academy was involved and quick resolved quickly, but the situation continued to escalate in dangerous extremes. The movement started to spread all over the internet and foster a thriving online community. The community had no limits to students and people of various races and actually began to join in, but the movement was not confined to the internet, it began to spread into the real world. Then the movement began to start the indistinguishable from any other demonstration inspired by social uprising, but it spread across the world. Certain abnormal came to light, but then there was too late. The end and the meaning had vanished. One destruction became their only goal. Butchering the weak killed the weakest among them, and soon the weak formed fractions. The brutal murders grew stronger as the violence continued to spread. The shock of their actions continued to despair. As if the era of regression to more uncivilized times, when senseless deaths were the norm, the media was oversaturated by deaths at this point, where people would watch them while enjoying their meal. By the time the world realized that it was too late to stop it from happening, feeling immersed despair began to spread and eventually engulf the world. The act of terrorism, the coup d'etat, began to cause the world to wage war in the name of despair. The war fought with no principles relating to personal gain, just war, pure war. And because of that, there was no way to resolve it. How could a movement start by a high school student proceed to such a hopeless scenario? The only explanation is the existence of a certain organization devoted by a certain student who influenced Hoaxpeak Academy. The group is called the Ultimate Despair. Instead of using Hoaxpeak Academy's talents to strike for mankind's hope, they used it to seize mankind's ultimate despair. The key members used their influence to brainwash the masses in order to spread despair. Tech-savvy computer programs wrote software to spread despair. Powerful instruments created new values and morals to spread despair. With these, they created tragedy, the biggest, awfulest, most tragic man in human history. So that's how they have the brainwashing material. They kind of had programmers for that. I don't know. As the ultimate despair exists, the despair engulfed the world nevertheless. The tragedy never ended. My heart races my chest, but I feel a bit cold. And it wasn't because I was in a freezing room. The biggest, most awful event in human history. Definitely, it's all made up. I mean, if it really is true, then what happened to the outside world? It's in chaos, that's for sure. My family, friends, convenience store I frequent, nearby bookstore, my favorite restaurant. What all happened to
No
them?
way!
Hey, are you seriously yelling? What name? How crazy are you? Who would enjoy reading something like that? You don't like the manga? As school students who don't like manga is like an office lady who doesn't like to eat candy. Enough, what's up with this messed up manga? Isn't it obvious? Know about such a horrible event destroying the world, but for you not remember that such despair. Future foundations failed, though, thanks to them stealing your school memories. The incident that happened during the period has been completely removed from your brain. The incident really happened, and I actually forgot it. No, there's no possible way.
What are you saying?
How many times do I have to tell you? All the clues, you're real. Please understand, I am rooting for you. If you don't learn about the full extent of the outside world, you guys will suffer for it. I just want to help you guys so you can live or just lies in the outside world. I see how it is. That is what he meant when he said at the beginning. As headmaster, I'm conflicted. On the one hand, we finally get you graduated, but on the other hand, I worry about whether you guys will be okay in the outside world. That is why I think it's about time that I tell you what's happening in the outside world, like, before you make a decision. Whether you want to leave Juggle Island or stay here. He's trying to make us feel despair towards the outside world, so we want to stay at Juggle Island. There's no way I'm going to do that. What he wants, despair, like, a simple does not exist. The outside world should be full of hope. Just now, perhaps, no, definitely it's tragedy. It's been added to my books. Whether or not the incident's really what in the world is ultimate despair group, they devoted to a certain student and guided the Hoaxpeak Academy research. It's either Izuru or it's Junko. So, are they connecting the tragedies and the tragic of Hoaxpeak Academy? The organization isn't just one person; it's a group of people. But if they know an ultimate despair, they're high school, right? Well, if they are actually able to do it, then I guess that's why it's called the ultimate Then our killing we involved to interact with him well. It's no use, I'm gonna freeze to death. I'm at my limit, I gotta get out of here. It's gonna first now, should have run out of the door. Yep, it is. Good job. Pew, that was close to nearly frozen to death. Where to go now? I'm gonna check for people quick. So this has to be like one of the last ones, right? Let's check for people. Demon up there. Yeah. I don't have any other items left. Yep, I see that. Okay, yep. Have an energy drink. It's good for your soul. Let's forgive him another thing too. Make our pet a bit happy. Whenever we come on. Should be tasty. Happy little pet is happy little pet. So that's gonna be one of the last things, right? So this is the next step in evolution here. Boom. I should just ignore it and go pretend I didn't see it. Anything you have to say? Hello, how do you I hope you're doing well. It's well a pleasure to meet you. What are you doing here?
No.
Anything I need to tell you on the floor, I can say, drawn. Boring manga, can you forgive me for telling you by word of mouth? You should have done this from the beginning. I didn't want to read it from the beginning. High school student who doesn't like manga is like a sumo wrestler who doesn't like to eat hot pots. Hot pots are delicious, by the way. I'm getting really fed up with your battling. What do you want me to tell me? It's about the key piece of information you're waiting for. Surprise, it's about the ultimate despair music battle. Even though the term ultimate despair refers to the group these days,
Actually,
it's originally the title of a high school girl who was the most powerful, evil, fearsome person here. That's Junko at the high school.
yes, indeed.
Yep, there it is. Lady Junko is Rechi Junko Inoshima.
Hey,
As a former ultimate despair, she created Despair Burnie with charm and humor, and created the ultimate despairs. It's not like there's only really a horrible person in the group.
don't fuck with me.
Hold on for a second. I don't know what the ultimate despairs are, but it's not as easy as forming an organization. There are no people that would join a fucked up organization created by a school. Humans are obsessed with their philosophies and only can powers attract each other. The traits shared by many of the famously thought throughout history. There's nothing strange about it. That holds true for Lady Junko. Her characteristic ability to attract people, she even influenced those of the highest physical power. Her connections were the main reason to the incidents becoming the tragedy in the first place. So she even recruited people who would have been in a position to neutralize the threat. What's their purpose? What? Like I said, why would they cause the incident? That doesn't make any sense. How does Fukumi know about this? They had a purpose, right? There's no way they would just do this without a purpose.
Hey,
It was Junko's despair. For Junko Isabashi, despair isn't about purpose. It's a set of principles, a way of life, and an instinct. Despair is defined by Junko Singing as Junko Isabashi. What are you saying? Sokoshi Harumi is a person. It's exactly like that. Junko is full of despair. So much despair she was truly hopeless. Living and dying and eating love. For her, everything else was despair. What the hell? With her overwhelming force personality, Junko recruited the ultimate despairs one by one. She controlled their despair by taking advantage of their love, hate, grudge, and an interfering way. Junko's despair is far more dreadful than any other, that the idea has been slammed right into their minds. So the ultimate despairs, who have been recruited by nothing more than Junko's limbs, all the despairs, whether it was either their own or anyone else's, have decreed to Junko. Sorry, I'm just skipping her last name because I can't read it all. Like believers make offerings to their god, like mothers providing food for their kid. Those are two really separate things there. They descended all the despair so they could escape from the despair all Junko's name. For example, they all killed their families, friends, and even destroyed their bodies through internal mutilation. The hopelessness tops it off. They completely believed it was something that they had to do. There's no way something that crazy is possible. Unfortunately, I think it is. Do you know the final day of the reserve students during the tragic of Hoxie County? The final day?
In other words,
Junko had the power to change people's values. This is the truth of famous people throughout history. And do you mean the final day? What happened to them?
Of course!
They filled the role of this displaced limbs. They believed that they were needed to. So the 2,357 students of the reserve all committed suicide. That number sounds incredibly familiar. Mass suicide.
What'd you say?
All of the students? Then how am I alive? No, then we're not. Yeah, we're not the reserve students. Oops. It wasn't all of them. One was excluded. The one person excluded. Does that mean? I don't believe if there's no way I could believe this. The ultimate desperation currency. Don't scare me, little
Bastard!
Junko is already dead. So he knows that Junko's already dead. That's interesting. She's both there. Reserved student department. Does that mean that is he not who we think he is? Fukumi? Could be somebody else there. Hey Fukumi, is it true what you said? Junko's really dead. You didn't see it. The book called Manga for Killing So Life. Bloody classroom. No, wait. What was it they said in the classroom? Like the killing they were involved in, they killed. Killing happened in Hoxie County. As I recall, the mastermind took her own life because he managed to
Well, yeah.
But yeah, that was it. Okay, that's how he knows. And let's check that killing. School life ended up failing. And as a result, the 6 students survived and escaped from Hoxie Academy.
Hey!
For the manga about the killing, it was drawn in a silly and looking gag. According to the mastermind behind the failing, classroom was like Junko's. The mastermind took her own life, which means Junko was dead.
Like...
It turns out the killing in school was part of the whole biggest, awfulest, whatever incident. Junko took away their memories as former students of Hoxie Academy, forced them to kill each other. Former students of Hoxie Academy, she took away their memories just as they did to us. Apparently the whole thing was filmed by a surveillance camera broadcast the world. There's a limit to such cruel assholes. The surveillance camera were broadcasting the whole thing. Students of Hoxie Academy are widely known as symbols of hope. They're forcing people to watch the symbols of hope kill each other for their own sakes of survival. They were trying to fill people watching with despair all at once. That's messed up. That's messed up. Plan stopped. Junko failed. Junko lost at the student's place. She was trapped in after being overcome by despair. She created. She took her own life. Then Junko is no more. No matter how horrible she was, there is no reason to fear someone who's dead. Whether Monokune's story is true or not doesn't matter.
Bastard!
Jukune Izaragi is not alive anymore. There better not be a turnaround for her without here. So I think we need to worry about Isarushi next, the alternate, because he's kind of come up thing. Then who's our enemy? It's not Junko who's already dead, the rest of the ultimates still behind. Our following Junko's carrying out our will. There's only one thing I can think of. I mean, the killing we've involved in people's school killing. Well, I don't know who the hell is imitating Junko, making us go through all this, but intimidating is just that, intimidation.
No shit!
If the students of Hope Speak Academy stop the real deal, there's no way that we'll lose some fake. But if this is really intimidating at the students scene 2, the cameras all over Joker and Ally are broadcasting something about this family who during the killing School Life. Okay, we got the book there of some sort, School Life. Updates to Junko's thing. Hajime, I totally knew. You totally knew about that story. Do you have a problem with that? I really wanted you to read the manga version since it took time to draw.
What are you gonna do?
Well, I guess this is a raised flag, which means raised flag is going to happen if we do. One step at a time, getting close to clearing your character route. Don't know these. You're not making any sense now. Then I'm gonna finish guys all my whatever. Going back. Totally messed that up, sorry. Okay, now then I'll give you guys my all. I'm gonna tell you everything I know about putting the information from outside and inside. I raise them like crazy flags. Anything that you say surprise her and don't get scared. Even though Dallas sincere these days. Former charm.
Here. What?
I don't know. Whoa, I can't move. We changed to a different hallway. What's going on? Something's happening. I'm already decided that it's going to give you a surprise. That's right, there's no time to give you a surprise. Something like this. So this is the headmaster's room here. And she's the last girl, right? So we got the piano room. That's there. Blah, blah, blah. Stop this, please. I don't like you doing this at all. Block, block, block. Block. Hey. Are you coming? Rusty as always. Da da da. Connie twitches her nose like a beast. Meaning surroundings, what's happening.
Based on my gut feeling.
Well, from what I know from my gut, but I feel like someone's being close.
So,
I don't know, it's just my gut, so just yet. Still, her gut is pretty impressive for some reason. It's really tricky. Monokune did say something about the main cast screen. Surprisingly, her gut is correct most of the time. Is it just the same thing? Yep. So we have to figure out what the main cast thing is, and these black dots are just pissing me off. Oh, it makes it hard to see. Oh, when it goes over the cursor, I get really mad. It looks like some sort of music room. I have a feeling it's something strange. Monument, hologram. Anything about the piano? Very nice looking piano, very valuable. Spooky would like to play something like that. Anything from the hologram first. This is floating in the air. It looks like a hologram, right? Letters forming sentences. Regarding the, I'll just say, it's a passing email there. Regarding the reports we given the other day, we have obtained information of a person who claims to survive Roxy Academy. Upon the further investigation, there was 15 total survivors. You might wonder about the number of times there. If they survived Roxy Academy, it's possible that they may have been targeted by the Ultimate Sir. We believe we should acquire require them a place in our care as soon as possible, though I don't believe the group can go far without Junko's rallying them. The worst case scenario, we must prevent a repeat of the killing the Skull Light. In which, if they survive for together, they should be expected to be quite valuable to us. However, we're still investigating the details of their origins, and we haven't locked them up either. We will continue investigating no matter what. Regards, spreading the matter. We received a report that research field and Double operations are complete. It seems we can proceed the experiment phase of the neural work program. 15 students, that must be about us. Excluding Cherry, who was part of the Future Foundation, there is definitely 15 of us, but does that mean the survivor? It's like they're talking to someone otherworldly. What happened to Jumbo Island? If the biggest, most unfortunate tragic event in human history really happened in the world, isn't it normal to maybe feel strange, like we might be better off not remembering what we lost? That's called hope for some reason. Anything else? Any crazy dolls or anything like that? I don't see any. Well, monolith time then. Looks like some sort of monument would be on the music room. It's not just that, the gradings in the monuments say that the symbol of Hope's Foundation is right. Well, the symbol, that's a short paragraph there. To combat the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, the graduation of Hope's Peak Academy were among the men who established the Future Foundation. The Future Foundation was established by the graduates of Hope's Peak Academy. Aren't they known as the World Errands? Completely different. Monokuma's completely made this up. Future Foundation Origins has been added to the handbook. I guess that's all the clues, and finally confirmed the Future Foundation is on our side at least. They are found by the graduation of the Academy. It took us to protect us, but if that's true, Cherry, you should have made it clear to us. No, as long as Monokuma was around, she probably couldn't say anything careless. Monokuma, is he the Future Foundation enemy? Then this feeling must be the ultimate despair. It's causing big awful entire history. One who has carried out the wheel of Junko is making us go through all this. It's caught our attention in our two researching facility. So you mentioned the email about that. Future Foundation facility with the ancient ruins. There's no way this facility, if really researched the job where maybe this other foundation that was here too. Didn't say some sort of neural network. We're in the network, not we. There's no other way. However, there's still many mistakes. Leave. Principal's office, right? Nothing. That would have been that good. Go there. Anything you need to say? Something getting closer. Monkeys being cast. Where you go, expand. Is there something I missed? There has to be something I missed. Teacher's really mad. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. No, wait, we met Chicken before. This feels like a room. It's probably the office, right? I mean, the room is kind of this teacher's stuff 5. The office you mentioned looks like this. More importantly, have you seen the singer? I haven't seen her anywhere. How much longer do you guys... Is this guy gonna assist? Or give it up already? Oh, come on. Be nice then.
Huh? Are you serious?
I'm all but serious. Anything about the subjects here? This is something on the blackboard. It's right in here. This is subjects written in large writing below. It's there. Names selected below. That is everybody's names. Yep. It's a newspaper posted on the blackboard below Hiyoko's Shoji newspaper there. She looks a lot more mature in that photo then. What's this? It's Miss Hiyoko Shuji, which means the Hiyoko, right? I mean, Hiyoko, we knew. She was much smaller, like, looked more childlike and pretty much her definite features. Kind of curious about this too. I knew about her photo like this, but I assumed it was just from another series. Photo in the newspaper, it looks like you can see the resemblance to Hiyoko, but her height and figure, it's definitely different from Hiyoko we knew. What's the matter? Huh? This lady is pretty mature. Is she Hyoko's older sister or something? The name says Hiyoko Shoji here. Okay, then Hiyoko has an older sister with first name and last name. An older sister with the same first name and last name. That's insane. It's the only explanation. I mean, look at yourself. That's not Hiyoko. But did you ever hear her mention her older sister? It's not like I was supposed to or anything.
Wrong!
She doesn't have an older sister, Hiyoko. She's family. It's only one daughter. If she doesn't have a sister or relative, there's so much of a resemblance.
What are you saying?
That's Hiyoko. Why is that?
Of course not!
What are you saying? Hiyoko didn't have a curvy body like that. I mean, she's famous for her childlike figure. She got away with all the crap by looking like that.
Well...
I doubt it. I don't want to tell you, but maybe she had a growth spurt. What are you saying? She's already dead. There's no way she could have a growth spurt.
Today, I'm feeling white!
Disregards all the clues I've provided today. If they aren't, then it wouldn't be fair.
What's going on?
Next is that. If this is the truth, Hiyoko in the newspaper is he really saying it's the same person? It's impossible. I mean, how could it be a photograph of Hiyoko if she's already dead? Why does this exist?
Hey!
Could it be a result of the list of subjects over there?
This is bad!
It says subjects, maybe it means some kind of experiment, right? The experiments change his body. What are you saying? Just saying it out loud makes it messed up. What experiment? If it's some kind of experiment, it would mean that we'd all be test subjects, right? I mean, our names are blackboard under the list of subjects too. But what kind of experiment?
What's going on?
What's going on? It's better not to have anything to do with time travel, right? I wonder if we're like the ultimate despair and this is some project to get us not to despair, maybe? I don't know. We'll have to see. Anything about this photo then? Extremely overwhelming portrait of the wall. I've seen this before, but in this basement. The whole student counter. D0 Kamu. So that was the old guy that was shifting to the ultimate. I found his name, the name of the as in clear contradiction earlier. Another mystery. The founder has been added to the. Because he has the same name as that human ultimate test subject one, which would make very little sense. Like, very little. Flowers on top of the desk. Strange eyes getting tired. Let's see how short he is. They're weird pixelated flowers.
Are we
Don't
screwed?
like Mario Power there, so we'll listen to the name subjects. Don't tell me they're all gonna this is killing. It's going to have something in psycho conclusion experiment. Ultimate email, please. Here we go. Floating letter, no finger in this room. This is a lot of things here. I didn't pass anything over. Someone's earlier attributed thing. We understand the matter as regarding the survivors. In order to safely acquire them in place to do our best to continue the investigation. However, we must examine extreme caution certain the remedy of remnants of despair, even though they have lost Junko Inoshima. The fact remains that they are incredibly dangerous. Even after the death of the tragedy has not ended, perhaps there is still a leader car with Junko Inoshima. As long as we do nothing to remedy the despair, we will not be able to find the incident. For this reason, the remedy of the despair must involve eliminating immediately eliminate their discover. Everything is for the sake of the shining future. Immediately eliminate does anything sort of kill? Yes, it does. Doesn't sound peaceful at all. I guess it's understandable. The biggest, most awful thing in history is terrible as it sounds. It's pretty much an all-out war. If the remedy of despair is one with war, there's no way I could figure something like that. So that's despair remedy there. Okay, you're totally raising all the flags on the floor. Congratulations on having you, Chanel. Be on the next stage. Okay, we're gonna call it a part here. We got everything we kind of wanted for this, and it's 36 minutes, so you guys take care, have an immediate growth spurt, and I'll see you guys next time.